Good morning. It is Monday. It's the 29th of December. Our reading is from Psalm 20, verse 7. We depend on the Lord our God. Now, as we are preparing to enter a new year, this is something that is really great to remember. And that is, in all things, we are to depend on Him. For we can accomplish nothing that He calls us to if we do so out of our own strength. And He is aware of our needs, even the little ones. And believe me, from God's perspective, we have no big ones. I always like to relate it to, for those of you who've had children, when they were very little, there were very little things that were very important to them, and therefore they were important to you only because you cared about your children, not because those were big things. Well, that's the same thing with God. Even our biggest things from our perspective are still small when it comes to God's perspective. But He cares because He loves us and is a loving Father. And so everything we have is important. And that's why we are called to depend on Him, because we can only be what He calls us to be in dependency on Him. We can only find peace in the midst of the insanity as we depend on Him. The only way we can live the Christian life is in dependency on Him. And what a blessing it is that as our loving Father, and with the indwelling of the Spirit, and with Christ's righteousness covering us, we can depend on God in all things, whether from our perspective they're little or big, because God loves us, and therefore He sees what our needs are, and He gets to define them. So as we move into a new year, just keep that one maybe taped to your refrigerator, and that is, depend on God because He is dependable. And I'll see you again tomorrow.